Hey, what's up, guys? It's Eric. I promise you I've done this video about 5 times. No, maybe this is the 6th time. So I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I promise you. But look, so this is the 90 to 90. This is my challenge to myself. In 90 days to make $90,000. Now, some of you may say, that seems like that's a bit of a high mark to meet, and hey, might be, but you know what, if anybody else can do it, I can do it. And that's one of the mottos and mantras I've kind of always lived by. So really what this is at this point is just putting it to the test. I've been with my same employer for 10 years as of 2 days ago, and I'm still even though my patients love me, I'm still, just like I'm day one on the job. So, I've been in real estate for a little bit of time now, and I know enough to get me in trouble. But I keep saying that I guess I keep saying that I don't really need to hear anymore because I've heard it all before. So I've read plenty of books, listened to plenty of podcasts, talked to my buddy Larry, real estate guy here locally. We throw ideas off of each other, but we're still kind of both stuck in a little rut. And part of my problem is that those of y'all who know me know that I don't like to spend money. And in order to kind of get ahead in this part of the real estate, especially the market where it's at, you kind of gotta get in at the ground level, get the properties from the source, the owners, right? So that's what I'm going to do. And really, if you get one good property from someone, you made that $5,000 twice over. So with $5,000, I ought to be able to reach out to several people. But anyway, that's down the road. So eventually I'm going to show you guys kind of the room here. I'll show you a little spin of the room. Got a lot of stuff on the wall. My projection, estimation, calculator of how many properties I'm supposed to have, depreciation reports, tax history reports, my financial report cards. And I did this back in 2017. And if I had a stress-free loan of $50,000, what would I do with it? I make myself little notes and stuff. You got to keep yourself accountable is all I'm saying, guys. And then, yeah, so not a whole lot going on over here. This is March Madness, which I started first of this month. This is one of the new little advertisements I made 2 or 3 days ago. So I got some postcards coming in for that I'll be mailing out. But yeah, so like I said, this is it. This is it. Either I'm gonna or I'm gonna get off the pot, right? So if something happens with and I keep saying that, okay, well, I'm not really making it to the next step because I'm not putting in the money, and I'm not doing this, that, and the third. So I'm gonna do that. And if that doesn't yield results, then I'm just gonna sit back in my job and my safety security net, and I'm just gonna shut my mouth and do my documentation and moan like everybody else does, and I'm just gonna shut up. But yeah, so but I will make one note, you guys. I reached out to a bunch of you about what would you do with, how would you flip $5,000 in 3 months if you had it? And oddly enough, about 11 of the fellas, 11 of 11, came back and, gave me an answer and said, I'd do such and such and such. And some of them even said, well, this probably wouldn't work because this or this or that. But all I'm saying is if you got a dream, dream it. Don't listen to the naysayers. But then the ladies, just as smart. They'd only be smart if they're in my circle, but just as smart, up to par with the fellas. But 6 out of the 6 ladies their initial response was either huh, or not sure, or what would you do with it? And so I challenge my ladies, as smart as y'all are, to and I get now why, talk about, black women empowerment and that kind of thing, because you know y'all got it just as good as us, right? I mean, not in that sense, but y'all just as smart. So, and even my fellas, I mean, y'all can be driven, right? But so if I can motivate, empower, encourage one of y'all to do little something to get to the next step or be in the lane that you want to be in, then then this $5,000 have been worth it, because you can blow your money on many things, but take this journey with me, and then at the end of this 90 days, y'all do something to put yourself where you want to be. I mean, if you're where you want to be, cool. Personally, I would like to not have to go to a job stressed out about what the managers are saying, what the managers are thinking and not saying, the documentation that I have to bring home, the long days or the short days, or the days where I'm gonna have, this patient, because this patient tends to keep me twice as long as the next patient, and we're not talking about nothing doing that. But anyway, that's life. The job is a job. But when you know why you're here, when you know what your purpose is, and you can do something about it to make that happen, why don't you do it? That's all I'm saying. So, 90 to 90. Check in with me daily. I'm going to either put up a little video or multiple videos, or do a little blog, just a little note or blurb or something. Just kind of keep you posted, keep you in the loop. Let you know how my money is being spent. I could get to the end of this and say, you know what? This was a bad idea. But I think if I learned, something from it, and if I have moved somebody else in the right direction, it'll be worth it. So just let me know how you feel. Put some comments in the blogs as we go along. Keep me motivated, and I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.